So some of us might not have been born as little Martha Stewarts, but that doesn't mean that we can't still be great homemakers. And you might be saying, yeah, cool story, lady, you should see me at home. That's not me. I am telling you that I am going to share my top 4 tips here of things that I've implemented, that I've worked on over the past 2 decades of being a wife and mom and tending my home, that really do help me fake it till I make it anyways, and things that can really help you truly be a good homemaker, even when you don't think you're that good at it. No motorcycle in the house, kiddo. Let's just be honest. All of us want to feel like we are accomplished in our days, whether you are a full-time stay-at-home mom, stay-at-home wife, maybe you work outside of the home and you're trying to balance it all, or maybe you have some sort of cottage industry and you work from the home and you have things you're trying to do and keep it all together, and you just feel like you're not doing a great job. You're struggling, it's stressful, it's overwhelming. Maybe you just don't even know where to start, but that is okay. These things can help you. I know in the past 20 years of kind of doing everything from being at home full time, working out of the home full time, doing something in between, finding little tips and tricks to really equip me to be a better homemaker, even when I don't feel like it. This really is so helpful in not only having a home that runs smoother, a home that isn't overwhelming, and really just enjoying my life, having a great time with my family. It's so important to find these things and help us to really thrive in our environment. So these things really do stand out and make a big difference. And the first one, honestly, if you want to go do better for everyone else in your immediate circle, you need to get yourself ready. It's something that's so simple. I share my simplified approach to the Fly Lady system, so if you're overwhelmed with your house and need some help, I'll link it down below. But getting you ready makes such a big difference. So every morning I love to get up, just get dressed, throw on a little bit of makeup, kind of feel put together. Daily reminder for anybody who needs to address their nails, go put on your rocket fuel, because I do. I sit down, I put this on every morning, right? I've done the little things that make me feel put together, right? I love tending to my nails. I love getting dressed. I love having it simple, but put together. So that way, as I walk out for the day, I'm ready. I've been on this big kick lately of protein coffee. And so making this in the morning, so I'm getting a nice big dose of protein. I'm feeling full. I'm feeling energized. I'm just ready to take on the day. When we set ourselves up, we get ourselves put together, it means that when I go then to start taking care of whatever my husband needs, whatever my children need, whatever it is that the day throws at me, I'm ready, right? I can take it. I don't feel like I woke up tripping and I'm constantly trying to keep up with everything, but yet somehow still 2 steps behind. So you want to start being a good homemaker. Step 1, get you feeling ready first. If that's waking up and going straight to prayer, getting dressed and getting ready, spending some time in scripture, having breakfast or drinking a protein coffee or whatever it might be. Note to self, I realized this morning I was out of my protein powder. I got to order that so it can get here. Thankfully, they ship quickly, but I got to remember to do that. So mental note, do the things you need to do for you to feel ready. The second tip here to be a good homemaker, even when you're awful at it, complete something of value, okay? When we wake up now, we're feeling ready, we're put together, we've kind of done those things that make us feel, ready to tackle the day. We need to give ourselves some wins. And I think that really does come from completing something of value. I know for me, coming out after we've done whatever we've done in our morning routine, clearing off the surfaces and wiping them down. It's a little win I get to put under my belt and be like, okay, right? I might have a lot of things on my to-do list. I might be really overwhelmed. I might have a lot I need to tackle and I don't know where to start, but I'm giving myself that little win. I'm giving myself that little pat on the back of, okay, I tackled one thing. For me, you guys know if you've been around for a minute here, I love vacuum mops. I've had one for years now, and I don't know how any of us live without them. I have my Ultenic vacuum mop. Being able to I found this new cleaner. You guys, I'm gonna tell you about it here in a second. I put a cap full of this stuff in my Ultenic. I turn that on. It takes me 10 to 15 minutes and I can mop our entire house. Again, it's a vacuum mop. I don't have to vacuum and do all that. Like, it's one-stop shop. I'm able to put some water in that, fire that thing up, whether I have an earbud in listening to my Bible for the day, or we just are getting stuff done. I'm able to send all the kids outside to play for a little bit. I run that through the house. I clean all of the floors. I feel accomplished. I've gotten something done. I can see that result. And I think that's what's so important, is something of value. If you know that having clutter all over the counters stresses you out and just sends you off the rails, tidy the counters. That's something of value that every day you can just, hey, let me clear them all off, wipe them down, I'm feeling good. If you're like me and having stuff all over the floors, it makes you batty, run the vacuum mop, right? Get that done first thing out of the bat, so that way you have those wins under your belt to say, hey, I'm feeling accomplished. We're getting stuff done. I'm reaping the results of something that does matter to me. And that really does make a big difference. And I know for me, if I get up, I do those things first thing in the morning after I've done my stuff, I clean the floors. I'm like, okay, man, I'm up, I'm moving, I'm getting stuff done. What do I want to tackle next? What are we getting to, right? If it's something with a homeschool, something with a homestead, something that we're working on, I'm up, I'm going, let's keep checking these things off. Again, if any of this can be a help to you, if you are in need of anything, I will link all of these things down below, because for me, these tools to help me complete these things, to get this stuff done, and to build that immediate value response in my home really is a huge help. The third tip here would be to set yourselves up for success. I think so often we can be our own worst enemy, right? It's easy to look at the kids or our husband or whatever it is we have going on and be like, if only they did a better job, I wouldn't struggle so much with this. And there might be some validity to that, but we should also set ourselves up for success. You know what you're dealing with in this season of life, right? You know where you're at and what you have on your plate. And so when we look at our routines and our rhythms, let's set up stuff to help us succeed. If I know that we have to be out the door early in the morning and we've got a bunch going on or whatever it might be, I'm really going to focus on my nighttime routine to get everything done and ready, so that way I wake up to a clean and tidy home. I have the things where I need to have them. I can get ready and get out the door, right? If I know that we're going to have a lot going on and I don't want to be, constantly getting behind on laundry, right? I'm going to set a rhythm to start a load of laundry every single day, so that way I'm able to keep up and not get overwhelmed. You know the areas that you're struggling. You know the things that you have on your plate that you're going to have to tend to. And so when we look at our routines and our rhythms to keep ourselves set up for success, it's going to have a huge impact. And this is something that we reevaluate with time. I know just recently I shared in one of our vlogs for our members that I reset all of our routines and rhythms, because just in this season I found that we weren't where we needed to be. I know for us, it's springtime here in North Carolina. Everything's blooming. The weather's been beautiful. And I'm like, all right, I'm feeling that spring cleaning urge. I need to get some stuff done. It's that time of season to kind of just reset our home, get everything just cleaned out, moved around, kind of reassess where we're at. So that way each and every day, we're set up to succeed, right? In our homeschool, in whatever projects we have going on, things that we want to go do, we're able to tackle that because I've put in the work to say, hey, what are our routines? What are our rhythms? What do we need right now? And I do want to take just a minute here to share with you guys something that I have just recently found. And honestly, we've been trying it out for over a month, almost 2 months now, because I just wanted to try it out to make sure it was awesome. And I have fallen so in love with this that I absolutely have to share it with you guys, because part of that is I need to be able to keep my house clean and tidy and to do all those things, but I don't want to spend all of my time cleaning and tidying. So hey, just homemaker truth over here. I want to keep it down, but I don't want to spend all of my time. Of course, with spring cleaning and all of the things that come to mind, something that's really important to our family is not only healthy and safe alternatives and supporting small family business, right? Independent stuff. I hate that everything comes from the big box and all the conglomerates that I don't approve of and I don't want to be a part of. And so when we found out here recently that there actually is an affordable option out there to be able to get our household needs, not in a way of giving money to the companies that we don't want to support and be a part of, and then also having safe and natural alternatives to things that aren't going to cost us a fortune, I was so excited. And so I'll leave some links down below. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can go and do that to learn more. But we have been obsessed. I have found these amazing cleaning products that, again, all natural. You're not having a bunch of junk. It doesn't smell, you start spraying chemicals everywhere, doing your deep cleaning. And I'm like, kids, don't go in there. Don't breathe the fumes. I don't have to worry about any of that. And so it's been great. Again, when you have tools that work well, it's kind of exciting to get in there and do all of the cleaning. I have been obsessed with these products. There's different things that they have. It's not just cleaning stuff, but just healthy alternatives for our family, and being able to make that switch and know that we're voting with our dollars and putting our money into something that doesn't go against our values and beliefs has been something that is really just nice to be able to do. And so we can share more about it. Like I said, I'll link it down below, but I have been loving doing that. And so when I'm looking at our routines and our rhythms, checking off all the things that I want to be getting done in this season, having the proper tools to be able to do that has been so exciting lately. I am feeling accomplished. I'm getting stuff done. Even the worst of us homemakers who do struggle to get it all there is hope for us, right? We can get to that. So I will link all of that down below if you guys want to go and check out something that you can switch away from all of the nonsense that is out there, the overpriced, just chemically filled things. Look for a natural alternative that, again, is supporting American families and made locally is a huge, huge, huge benefit. So I'll link all of that down there, but you need to look at your routines, you need to look at your rhythms, and you need to be setting yourself up for success. Now, last but not least, we can talk about the tools and the routines and all of the bits and pieces that we need to make all of this happen, to truly build ourselves up in our role of homemaker. But I think it's so important to remember the why. Remember that you reap what you sow. Tending a home, being a keeper at home, is an honor. The blessing, the investment that we're making when we pour into our homes, our families, whatever it is that the Lord puts before us, these things have an eternal impact. And yes, again, it's great to do those first steps. Those are great pieces in helping to make it all happen, to put it all together. But I think we would be doing ourselves a disservice if we didn't address the root of the matter. We didn't look at the heart of it. Yes, I think there's many great things that we can do, and we can talk about all of those, and we quite often do here, right? The pieces of the puzzle that we want to put together. But remembering that as much as we put into it is going to be what we get out of it. And so I like having a tidy home. I like making sure that I'm using natural things. So I'm investing in my family's health. I like making sure that we have a rhythm so our days flow smoothly, and all of that stuff is fantastic. I like putting myself together so that way I'm kind of setting the tone of the home and putting my best foot forward to my family. Yes, to all of it, because of my why. I know that I will reap what I sow. What I put into it is what I'm going to get out of it. And so oftentimes when you're like, man, I'm just not a good homemaker. I don't even know where to start. I'm overwhelmed. It's too much. I can't do it. We have this negative outlook. Oh, I hate having to do this. I hate cleaning. I hate this. I hate that. We really do get that out of it then, because that's what we're putting into it. So instead, if I go, hey, this is a blessing God gave me today. I'm going to make today the loveliest day it can possibly be. My life isn't perfect. I have struggles. I have hardships. I have things that I'm facing, but I can choose to make the most out of it. I know that I'm going to reap what I sow. And so if I say, you know what? I have the opportunity to bless my family by giving us a tidy, peaceful home that's our sanctuary from a crazy, chaotic world. And I can get my stuff done. And I can do it with a happy heart and say, hey, yep, there's messes, there's things, but that's okay. We're gonna tackle them, we're gonna get them done. I know that I can have a rhythm, a routine. I can put a little effort into that, be it menu planning or a home cleaning program or whatever it might be, to keep all of our wheels moving right along, right? I can make sure that I'm put together and I've got myself gathered and ready so that way I can offer my best to those that I have right before me. And so I think it's important that, yes, I love sharing the tips and the tricks. They're helpful. We need them. But we also need to make sure that we're looking a little bit deeper into the why. What's your attitude going into this? Because we can't just sit here and be like, ugh, let me list off all the negatives. Maybe if they all get it together, life would be better. What if I bring my best? What if I have a better attitude going into my home? My duties as a homemaker? The amazing honor it is to build up a home that nourishes other human beings. So that way for the rest of their lives and everything that they go through, they're going with that foundational kind of kickoff point of a secure, loving, encouraging, equipping home. That's huge. And imagine if more people in the world had that today. And so if we're going to look at all of this, you want to be a good homemaker. The best thing that you can do is to make sure that that deep root of it matters, that you put some focus there, that you don't neglect the why we do what we do as women, tending a home, building up our families, and being prepared for whatever it is that life is going to throw at us next. So those would be my top 4 tips to help you here today to be a better homemaker, even if you feel like you have been doing an awful job at it and you don't even know where to start. I get it. I'm giving you a big hug. I know it's okay because I've been there too, right? And that's why I love sharing, because I love finding ways to build our home up, to make it a space and a duty and a role that I look forward to, that I enjoy. I never thought I would be that person that would stop and talk to people about vacuum mops and cleaning products. But y'all, if I could do a whole video right now on this toilet bowl cleaner I just found. I know it sounds silly, but it's the best thing I've ever used in my life. And yes, I would definitely be that lady who's like, no, do not buy that toilet bowl cleaner. You need this one. You have no idea how life-changing it is. But really, it is. If you want to know, ask me, I'll tell you. But now that I see the honor that is tending my home, I see the lovely life that is being woven together when I put my focus on the things that matter. Yes, that's why this stuff matters. That's why I love sharing about it, because I want you to find that joy. I want you to find that spark and that peace and that loveliness in your life too. So if any of these things can be a help, again, I will link them all down below. I'm so excited to share this stuff with you guys because it's been such a blessing for our home. And so if it can bless somebody else as well, then absolutely, that's exactly what we want to do. So check all of that out down below. If you want a little something else to watch that's along these lines, I think you're going to appreciate this video right up here. If there's anything we can ever do for you, send us a message. Let us know. Otherwise, I'll see you all right back here in the next one. Bye, friends.